Welcome back to the XRP podcast. I want to get right into it today because I want to make you millions. So this is a very, very, very special episode of the next 100x crypto. And that is for two reasons. One, this time I'm bringing you a meme coin. If you follow me on Twitter, you know that I talk about all different kinds of coins that I don't cover on this podcast because I try to bring only winners and heavy hitters to this podcast. But the thing is, this meme coin, it's a winner. This meme coin, it's a heavy hitter. And this meme coin does a lot more than a lot of typical utility projects. This is a meme coin that's being backed by a very well-established business in the crypto industry, Entangle, which recently just launched their NGL token, which did a 20x out of the gate. Entangle is also partnered with Consensus. They've received private funding from venture capital companies like Big Brain Holdings, Launch Code Capital, Seer Capital, and Skynet Capital. This token is coming from a team of real developers and builders in the industry, all right? And now they are revolutionizing the meme coin game as well. They're bringing out the Borpa Token. This is what they like to call the second generation of meme coins, the new generation of meme coins. Borpa Token aims to redefine what a meme coin can actually be, with the absurdity of the cuteness of the Borpa memes at the very core of that mission. What the Borpa team does is they marry Dogecoin's friendly ethos with SushiSwap's tactical value and FOMO 3D, if you ever played FOMO 3D, the crypto game / Ponzi, and they bundle all these things up into one unique experience. The meticulously crafted tokenomics also elevate the entire experience and bring it all together, promising to shake up the entire crypto industry. Thank God that my brothers are out here watching for me, and they brought this to my attention, and now I'm able to bring this to your attention and also potentially get you whitelisted as well so you can get in on the ground floor. This token is only going to be launching at a market cap of 1.4 million, and anybody has the chance to be whitelisted even if you're listening to this video a week from now. So if you are watching this, if you are listening to this, you need to follow me, you need to follow along, and you need to listen to everything as I guide you through what this token is, why it's such a big deal, how you can get your hands on the token, and how you can make it rich from crypto. Please don't forget the 888 giveaway is still on, and anybody can win 8 prizes of $100 USD simply by filling out the form in the description. If you would like to support the podcast, you can check out the link for several free airdrops. You can also stake sync with code XRP and get 15% off, as well as enjoy that huge staking APY. If you would like to stake with Sync, you can use the link in the description. If you would like to set up a Zahao node, my Zahao node video is now live. So if you have an Evernode host, you will need a Zahao node going forward. So if you are interested in that, you can check out that video. If you don't want to set up a Zahao node, I also offer Zahao node services as well. And it's as simple as using the instructions on the screen, and you'll be connected within 24 hours or less. If you're interested in generating real passive income by building an Evernode host, you can simply follow the tutorial that I have on my channel. Whatever you do, even if it's liking and subscribing and sharing this video and sharing the channel, all of this goes a long way to me being able to do this podcast full-time and long-term now. So the Borpa token and what's going on here is the team from Entangle is now making a very strong bet on the speculative and cultish nature of the crypto system. So as opposed to fighting the culture of the crypto system, they're choosing to leverage it and grow it and expand on it. They're doing this through a combination of viral digital presence and innovative token design. The Entangle team sees an opportunity to forever transform the ecosystem. Borpa Token serves as an experiment that underlines the importance of building a real community and tokenomics. So they're striving to make sure that future projects, in addition to their own, prioritize culture, prioritize growing the community and bringing people from outside of the cryptoverse into the crypto world, as well as solid tokenomics that make sense on a long-term scale and benefit people both short-term and long-term. Borpa token is going to be different compared to your traditional meme coin because your traditional meme coin only lives on one chain. If you look at Dog with Hat, you can only get that on Solana. If you look at Pepe, you can only get that on Ethereum, unless you're talking about the millions of stupid derivatives. But the real thing always lives on one chain. With Borpa, it's different. Since the Borpa team is going to be getting the help of their official partner, Entangle, Borpa token will simultaneously launch on Ethereum, Arbitrum, BNB chain, Blast, and Solana blockchains. All right. This Omnichain approach ensures that the Borpa token taps into the diverse crypto communities, enhancing their reach and impact across different blockchains and their respective ecosystems. What makes this all possible is Entangle.fi's technology. The power of Entangle.fi's tech enables seamless interoperability as well as liquidity utilization across these networks. You're going to be able to manage and disperse your liquidity across multiple blockchains all through one simple suite and decentralized application thanks to Entangle.fi. By deploying Borpa token Omnichain, they can not only broaden their user base in one shot, but it can also create a real dynamic environment for token arbitrage. So this opens up another way to make money as well, outside of your traditional price speculation and liquidity provision. This strategy amplifies the project's visibility and it drives significant deflation pressures, which is going to be amazing for price action. This is truly something that sets Borpa token apart and truly what defines it as a modern next gen meme token in the crypto space. This is true innovation here. So the Borpa team consists of three key parties, all right? So it consists of the development team, all right, the people actually focusing on the tokenomics and the design, and that is Entangle.fi. So the Entangle.fi team consists of over 20 people with extensive development experience in the full stack of programming languages. It includes innovators in Omnichain solutions and specialists in EVM and Rust languages, which is going to be crucial for the actual development of Borpa token, its tokenomics, and its utility. But why is Entangle.fi such a big deal? That's because these are some of the people actually creating and shaping change in the crypto industry. Entangle provides a Omnichain blockchain infrastructure that consists of tools that can be used to unify the blockchain ecosystem and enable interoperability across multiple chains, as well as connecting Web 2 and Web 3 data to smart contracts on any blockchain. But not only does Entangle feed data to smart contracts, Entangle's technology also allows smart contracts to communicate with each other between any chain, so they don't have to exist on the same blockchain network to talk to each other. Entangle has an entire suite of DeFi and Web3 products and applications like Liquid Vaults, which is a finance application for optimizing ecosystem liquidity. There's also Webverse, a gateway to the Entangle ecosystem that breaks boundaries on the interlinkage of DeFi, NFTs, and interoperability technology. They also have an NFT collection associated with that. There's also a gaming platform called Zero Sum that actually rewards viewers, players, and game developers. Another one of their, they have so much platforms, it's like, it's killing me. They also have a DeFi platform called Supercharge, which is about leveraging yield farming protocols using liquid vaults in order to allow users to collateralize their yield positions. So Borpa token is their meme coin, and this meme coin serves to introduce the public to all these technologies and services that they offer. So this token is coming from a real business that has done this before time and time again, and they're already familiar with it. And with each innovation and with each project that is launched, they continue to strive further and further ahead Getting into the Borpa token, getting yourself invested in the Borpa token isn't just about a meme coin. It's about investing in an entire ecosystem of DeFi products and services. And that's just the development team for the Borpa token. The founder of the Borpa token is a man called Psychonaut. He's been in the crypto game for over 7 years, and he's a founder of several French cryptocurrency focused communities since 2017 with over 2,000 members. The lead artist for this project is a man named Thomas Alvin. He has over 20 years experience as a illustrator and graphic designer. He's also able to create animations, music, and he's versed in several cultures all around the world. So these guys aren't just suits. They're people in the Web3 space who understand how the Web3 world works, who understands the crypto culture, and understands that you can't necessarily run a Web3 DeFi business like a traditional finance business. It's a little different because of the environment, because of the people, and because of how fast paced things are and how quickly things move. So with the Borpa token, they're trying to do it big. Instead of confining themselves to just catering to a specific demographic or group of degens, they aim to cater both to the crypto degens as well as the retail market. This is something that many meme coins, many coins in general have tried to do before. And this is something that usually has people either choosing to focus on a approach that's too simplistic and crude in execution, or something that's a little too dank and turns off the average person, but caters to a certain niche of people. So what they're planning to do in order to overcome this is they're using duality themed branding around the entire mascot of the token. The meme magic is something that's so essential to getting those $3 billion meme coins, those $10 billion meme coins. Because the longer the meme can actually keep a person's attention, the more spotlight it has, the more volume it can generate, the higher it can go up in market cap, and the more people will be willing to buy into it and share it with their friends as well. So that's why the Borpa mascot is so important. Where the duality element comes in is there's a futuristic Borpa tribe, and then there's a Stone Age Borpa tribe as well. The futuristic ones are called Futs, and the Stone Age ones are called Cro-Magnons. Basically, it's sort of like, picking a tribe in the console wars. So Xbox versus PS4, dark side versus the light side, stuff that really gets people very emotional and gets people competitive. So as a Borpa, you have to pick a tribe and you have to, get in character, role play as the tribe that you are in. This is going to be essential to getting onto that whitelist. So the Cro-Magnon Borpas, I don't even know if I pronounced that right because there's no other videos talking about this. The Cro-Magnon Borpas are for those people who like to keep things simple and straightforward. It's that Stone Age mind right there. It's that Stone Age aesthetic. And it also taps into that IQ bell curve meme that's very popular in crypto right now. The Cro-Magnon Borpas are for those who want a simple user interface and straightforward ways to interact with the Borpa token on the Borpa decentralized application. On the other side of the brain spectrum is the futuristic Borpas. All right. This is for everybody who thinks they're a freaking genius and the seasoned, experienced crypto users who want to absolutely maximize their profits and maximize the yield they can get from interacting with the decentralized applications. Duality is something you don't just find in crypto. You can find it throughout all aspects of our lives and of our history. Think of the Matrix and the blue pill and the red pill. Think of man and woman. Think of good and evil. Think of yin and yang, and so on and so on. So they're trying to tap into ancient memes that have existed all throughout time because this can appeal to all types of people. But also, if you have the technology of Entanglefy, then you can not only bring it to every chain, but you can make it so simple that someone who's never even used crypto before can also interact with the Borpa token and can also interact with these decentralized applications without needing to learn about Web3. The best way to get involved with this token is to get on the whitelist That way you can buy the token when it launches at a 1.4 million market cap, because I don't believe this is a 1.4 million market cap token. So if you would like to get on the whitelist, the best thing you can do is get in their Discord server and get involved. If you join the Discord, it's also going to ask you to pick one of the two tribes. You can be either a crow or a fut, which are just the slang terms for Cro-Magnon and futuristic. Me personally, I'm a futuristic, but you got to pick your tribe and then you got to role play along, do stuff like pass the Borpa, as well as interact with the many AIs they have in the Discord chat, as well as participate in the Zeely quest. All these actions can get you on the whitelist and secure you a spot to purchase the Borpa token on day 0. But through engaging in the Discord, through sharing news about this token, through getting other people involved before the launch of the token, all this ensures a strong and diverse community from launch day. In order to elevate this from just a token that's a big deal in the crypto community to a token that's a big deal, period. Now that I've actually given you some background on the token and the team behind it, I want to talk about the tokenomics here. Otherwise, I'll have you here forever. So with meme coins, the typical thing is that when they launch, they'll do what they like to call a stealth launch, where they launch silently without an announcement. They just deploy the contract and then anybody can buy it. The problem with that is typically the person who's launching it or the party that's launching it hoards a bunch of tokens for themselves, and then they spread it through a bunch of wallets, which leads to insiders building up these huge bags. And then once the price of the token appreciates enough, these insiders dump their dirty, dirty little bags all over me and you. And then the devs just go running off and you're left there to either sell at a loss or token holders are left trying to set up some form of community takeover.
I need to go out of this trading position, otherwise I will lose all my money.
But at Borpa, they want to do it different. They don't want to screw you over. If you looked at even Pepe, the meme coin that's sitting at a market cap of $3.06 billion, the number 42 crypt, Jesus fucking Christ. I can't believe it. Oh my God, I'm gonna have a heart attack. Even Pepe, when they initially launched in August of 2023, they rugged their entire community and the devs just dumped 4% of the total supply without saying anything to anybody. But it's not just Pepe, it's Popcat, it's Dog with Hat. They all do it and they've all done it. But they're trying to do something a little different with Borpa so that it's actually a legitimate, fair launch for once. The majority of the token supply, so 51%, is being distributed through a deflationary financial game. This financial game will permit the most aggressive of the Borpa members to battle over the token distribution, while also giving value to the ones who don't want to actually play the game, they just want to buy the token and hold it. The more user interaction on the Borpa game, all right, the more the supply gets burned. Just to be clear, there is no video game that they're making. It's just the tokenomics are set up for it to be a deflationary game. And depending on how you strategize your liquidity and distribute it across the different blockchains and across the different liquidity pools, that's how you get more of the Borpa token faster. That's how you hoard the supply, essentially. This is what they think is a solution to fairly distribute the supply of the token, but also one of the key elements with which the Borpa team differentiates themselves from their competitors. Because Borpa token community members will have tons of possibilities and opportunities to play the financial game if they want to, offering an ecosystem where your choices and your actions shape your rewards and have a direct impact on your profits. So you don't necessarily have to be a whale out of the gate to be someone who profits the most from this. And that's why I love this meme coin so much and it's so unique. So the easiest way to take part in the Borpa token supply distribution is by providing liquidity to their farms. Users will be able to provide liquidity to Borpa farms and start generating yield. The Borpa team has already set up multiple farms to be available on launch. And the full list will be out before launch, but you can just sign up for their Discord or just listen to the XRP podcast if you want updates on this. Any liquidity that you provide will then be staked in their custom smart contracts. This process mints a composable derivative token, a CDT. So this is the innovation that Entangle provides that you can't get anywhere else, that permits users to borrow against their interest earning positions. Ooh, that's crazy. So you're going to actually be able to borrow against your liquidity while also earning swap fees and Borpa rewards for that. Providing liquidity across the different farms also makes you eligible for Borpa incentives as well, which comes in a unique 2-token system. You get 30% of your rewards upfront in Borpa tokens, and the remaining 70% is given as X Borpa tokens, which are gradually unlocked over a 28-day period. Now here's the fun part. So what you can do is you can choose to slash your X Borpa for liquid Borpa. So you can get rid of your X Borpa for liquid Borpa tokens anytime you want. So depending on when you initiate the slash transaction, the number of liquid tokens you receive will be different. So this is where the complex strategies comes for those guys who want to role play as FUT Borpas, futuristic Borpas, the brainiacs in the game here, where one might actually decide to slash their rewards early in order to compound returns, while another person may choose to not slash their X Borpa and instead allocate it to the boosting module instead. And when you do that, you basically increase your rewards by a multiplier of up to 2.5 times. So let me provide you an example. So let's say I invest $10,000 in the USDC/USDT Ethereum farm. Because I put 10 bands in at that current price, at that current rate, I get 2 million Borpa tokens that are liquid for me to use right away. And then I also get 4.66 million X Borpa. After 10 days, what I can do is I can choose to slash or get rid of my X Borpa position. And in exchange for that, I get 1.66 million liquid Borpa tokens back. All right. So the whole way that works is it's the 10 days I actually held the X Borpa for divided by 28. And then you multiply that by the amount of X Borpa that I had that I slashed. Okay. So whatever I get in liquid Borpa, the remaining X Borpa gets completely destroyed. So that reduces the overall token supply of the Borpa token. So even though we're working with Borpa and X Borpa, they both come together to be the exact same token supply. So the total supply will not only reduce very quickly, but it will reduce strategically as well. It's obviously going to be very complicated and there's multiple ways to play it and optimize it. So I'll do another video talking about possible strategies that you could use if that's something you guys are interested in. So in order to actually get X Borpa after you purchase your Borpa tokens, or you get them in the upcoming airdrop as well, the lock feature is what allows you to actually convert your regular Borpa into X Borpa. So X Borpa tokens offers multiple advantages. So X Borpa allows the ability to amplify your liquidity farming rewards through the boost module that I talked about before. And they also improve your odds of winning a lottery called the Borass Fortune. It's basically a Borpa themed lottery, and it has a lot of ass themes surrounding it because the Borpas have no ass. But basically, the more X Borpa you slash, the more Borpa tokens that you burn and redeem, the higher your odds of winning a large prize that anybody who trades the Borpa token contributes to. The redeem function initiates the vesting period, while also gradually converting your locked X Borpa tokens back into liquid Borpa tokens over a 28-day period. So if you choose to wait the full 28 days, not only do you get your farming rewards for having them locked, but you also get back the full amount that you had locked for that time period in the first place. So you don't face a penalty and none of your Borpa tokens are burned. So this may be the route you want to go as well if you want to maximize the amount of Borpa that you can get from the protocol and you're looking to grow your holdings as opposed to benefiting from the short-term price action and you have a bit more of a midterm, long-term vision. So the boost function that I mentioned before is all about giving users the ability to allocate their X Borpa to a staked position. So you'll be able to stake your X Borpa. So not only can you trade your Borpa into X Borpa, after converting it into X Borpa, you can also stake it. And staking increases the yield you get on your position by up to 2.5 times. This is the boost function that I mentioned earlier. I want to talk about that lottery that I mentioned before. So this lottery is called the Borpa's Fortune. So in the world of Borpa, every season Borpas from all corners of the universe convene for a grand festive ceremony. During this time, they offer Borpa tokens as a sacrifice in the hopes of triggering the monumental Borpa's Fortune event. The fortunate one who succeeds not only finds themselves showered in gas and fine riches, but also elevates the economy across all the Borpa realms, spreading prosperity far and wide. The Borpas have been worshipping this beautiful Borpas, since the beginning of time. So the Borpa's Fortune is all about keeping their holders engaged, since they know in crypto everybody has a goldfish memory. But it's not just about keeping holders engaged, it's also going to be one of the key factors to draw in new token holders. So for providing liquidity and staking your Borpa tokens, not only do you get to enjoy that high APR on farming Borpa tokens, but you can also get paid a large sum for that as well if you get lucky. So this is where the whole FOMO 3D gameplay comes into play. Whenever you burn Borpa tokens, you raise your odds of winning the accumulated treasure that's hidden inside the butt of the Borpa's sacred artifact. I'd love to do it for free. Whether you're swapping Ethereum for Borpa or vice versa, depositing liquidity by pairing Borpa with Ethereum into their farms, or slashing your X Borpa's tokens, so burning your locked tokens into liquid tokens, doing any of the things I just mentioned boosts your odds of winning the lottery, the jackpot. The simplest way to put this is the more Borpa tokens you burn within a specific time period, the higher the likelihood of you hitting the jackpot and winning a grand prize and making a lot of money. But it doesn't stop there. So as time goes on, the treasure within the Borpas builds up in order to reach a certain threshold before it can actually be looted. The first threshold, called Threshold 0, needs to hit a value of 30,000. And with each jackpot, the minimum threshold, so the minimum jackpot size, grows and grows and grows before somebody has a chance to win it. But it's going to start initially at 30K, and it's going to get larger and larger from there. So you can see as the Borpa token lives on, it's only going to become more valuable, and it's only going to gain more notoriety because of the size of the jackpot. So like I said, if you want a chance of winning the jackpot, if you want to participate in the Borpa's Fortune ritual, festival, event, whatever you want to call it, it's pretty straightforward. All you need to do is just burn Borpa tokens. Anybody can burn tokens, so anybody has a chance of winning as soon as that minimum threshold of 30K for the initial is hit. But if you do want to increase your odds, then there are several ways you can do this: by engaging in actually trading the Borpa token itself, by adding liquidity in the liquidity farms, or even aggressively slashing your X Borpa into Borpa. So purposely burning your own tokens in order to increase your chance of actually winning the fortune. They're also going to be using Entangle's eVRF solution, so verified random function solution. This is like Chainlink VRF. If you don't know what that is, basically it's a random number generator to ensure that any lotteries or luck-based systems are always fair and everything is on chain for everybody to see anywhere in the world. The Borpa team is keen on making sure that this token isn't just a token that launches and just bleeds to death, okay? They want to actually make sure it has some value. This is why burns and buybacks are the core of this project. The whole way the Borpa token works, it creates a flywheel effect where an upward price trajectory encourages users to buy more and to stake more in order to farm more Borpa tokens and get more of the supply, which then will trigger more buybacks and more token burns, which will raise the price once again, which will just endlessly feed into this loop. This process is what's going to create that self-reinforcing flywheel effect that we love on this podcast, where more user engagement, more people trading the token directly translates into more Borpa tokens being burnt, reducing the supply. And as a result, with the reduced supply and the yet increasing demand, the price surges and surges onwards and onwards and onwards. They are firm believers in the efficient market hypothesis, which theorizes that if the supply of the token is burnt, then market participants will be able to actually arbitrage that loss on market capitalization by purchasing more tokens and thus driving the price higher. So basically, the more rare something is, the more people want it, and the more people want it, the more people are willing to pay to get their hands on it. The end goal here is to become the first highly deflationary as well as fairly distributed meme coin. Again, this is another winner that you could hold for the cycle and do extremely well. Just like Syncus DAO, just like EarnFi, just like Kenshi, just like all the projects that we cover on this podcast. If you were in the crypto space back when SafeMoon was around, you would probably remember all the hype that was surrounding it. And a lot of that hype was driven by a concept that crypto users love, but everybody hates in the real world: taxes. While tax fees are a solid concept, many projects misuse their taxes by funneling a part of the transfer fees into the devs' wallets for malicious purposes. In Borpa Token's case, what the tax fee is used for is entirely to burn the supply of the Borpa token. There is no allocation for communications. There's no allocations for marketing. There is no allocation for the team. Everybody gets a fair shot. You're either in the pre-sale, you're either in the whitelist for the public sale, or you're either buying it on the open market, plain and simple. The entire tax fee for the Borpa token goes directly to burning the supply and only to burning the supply. On the Borpa token, there is a 1% tax on each transfer. So that means whether you buy or sell the token, there is a 1% tax associated with that. But it's not just buying and selling, it's also staking. It's also depositing. It's also unstaking. It's also locking. It's also claiming. It's also slashing. So all these actions just slaughter 1% of the Borpa tokens involved. So you can see how this is a hyper deflationary token. This not only shrinks the overall supply of the Borpa token, but it also broadens Borpa's appeal. Because at Borpa token, what they're trying to do is set an industry standard by becoming the first ultra deflationary meme coin. That's why you got to get in on this on the ground floor, because you're going to get the most X's that way. You're going to get your 6,100X. The way the whole tax is set up is designed to supercharge the other features. And it's something that both experienced crypto users as well as people who are new to crypto can easily understand and benefit from. So this is why, even if you don't want to play the game, even if you don't want to lock, even if you don't want to do anything, you can still enjoy the appreciation from this constant burn that's going to be applied through the actions of everybody else who is using and interacting with the Borpa platform, and which only grows and grows and grows in magnitude and in speed and in scale as more new users are onboarded and adopted by the price appreciation, by the lottery and jackpot system, by the insanely high APRs on farming and providing liquidity. So if you want to be a liquidity farmer, you got to know that 2% of what you deposit is going to be taken as a fee for when you're farming in the Borpa ETH or Borpa Solana liquidity pools. That 2% is 1% Borpa tokens and 1% Ethereum if you're pairing it with Ethereum, or 1% Borpa, 1% Solana if you're pairing it with Solana. The Borpa part just gets burned right away. That 1% Borpa gets burned right away. The other 1%, so the 1% Ethereum or Solana, then goes into the prize pool for the Borpass Fortune jackpot. All right. So that's where you're getting those rewards from. So whitelisters will be paying into a deposit wallet. The 5% is going to be split like this. So 2% is going to go into buying back and burning the Borpa token. 2% is going to go into the prize jackpot. And then 1% is going to be sent to the development wallet for the Borpa token. So just remember these fees only apply to liquidity pairs that are whitelisted. Again, this is information that you'll be able to actually find out when it's fully finalized from the Borpa team on the Borpa Token website or through their Discord. But all these fees do go towards actually improving and serving as a catalyst for the growth of the Borpa token. So it does benefit token holders and liquidity providers on the medium and long term scale. Let's say somebody actually wins the Borpass fortune. This is how the total amount is split up. All right. So we already know the chest gets filled up, and once it hits a certain threshold, somebody has a chance to win it. Let's say somebody does. So with the jackpot, 40% of the total jackpot will go to the actual winner. So the person who opened the chest and won. 30% is going to go right back to that chest. That way, there's a lump sum sitting there in order to kickstart the next lottery. The last 30% is used directly for a buyback and burn of the Borpa token as well. So that's why even if you don't win the lottery, even if you don't win the Borpass fortune, it goes to overall benefiting everybody who holds the Borpa token, because that buyback and burn pushes the token back up while also reducing the supply. So every time the chest opens, it's not just good for the winner, it's good for every single person who holds the Borpa token. There's going to be a total supply of 1 billion Borpa tokens. And remember, it's going to be constantly deflating over time. 51% of the supply is again going to be set up for the liquidity pools. So if you want access to that, you got to provide liquidity or you got to stake your Borpa tokens. They've allocated 24% of the total supply for their private and public sales. And you can get in on the public sale as well if you are whitelisted. Again, you can get into the whitelist by participating on their Zeely or being active in their Discord or contributing to their community. 5% is what's going to be used as the initial liquidity for these 5 blockchains that they're going to launch on. Remember when I said they're going to launch on Ethereum, Solana, BNB, Blast, and all that? Basically, 1% is going to be allocated to each of the 5 chains, coming up to 5% in total. There will be an airdrop as well. 10% of the Borpa token is going to be airdropped to their Webverse NFT holders, as well as the Borpa community. So remember, I said Webverse is another product from Entangle. 6% of the 10% Borpa tokens that are set up for airdrops are going to go to Webverse NFT holders. People who hold one of these NFTs, you're going to be able to get 33% of your tokens right away at launch, and then you get the rest over the span of 3 weeks. The other 4% of the airdrop is going to be going to the Borpa community, and they're going to be sharing the details later. They haven't revealed the details yet, so I don't know. The team is going to get 10% of the token supply, since they are the ones that are making all this possible, making cryptocurrencies, providing all this support, having all this staff. It isn't free, so it makes sense. After the initial 112-day liquidity mining period, these tokens will be gradually released to the development team over a period of 14 days. So they don't have access to any of these tokens for a little over the first 3 months of the Borpa token launch. So I ran through so much stuff, and this is probably going to be one of the longest next 100x cryptos, but it's because this token's a little special, With the Borpa token, buyback and burns are built into the tokenomics, so you don't have to wait on the development team to announce one and then go through the process. It's constantly happening from the mere speculation and trading action of the Borpa token. If you are someone who's providing liquidity through Borpa ETH or Borpa Sol, remember you're paying that 2% deposit fee, so you're getting hit right away. And because of that, they're rewarding people willing to take that instant hit with a 60x multiplier on the amount of rewards that you actually generate by providing liquidity. You can also lock your Borpa and turn it into X Borpa in order to increase the yield on your staked liquidity pool positions. You can also win a huge jackpot of tokens through the Borpass fortune, and you're able to participate in a new type of modern meme coin. You're able to help shape a new concept that has never been done before. Putting your money into Borpa is more than just a speculative gamble. It's a stake in one of the fastest growing memes and communities in the entire crypto ecosystem. Borpa Token offers tangible value through the vibrant and strong and fun and playful welcoming community, through their love of ass, through high return liquidity pools, and their lottery-like looting game, all within a hyper-deflationary framework. These elements all mixed together, stirred up, and baked and put in the oven all come together in order to sustain and provide the token real value, but also retain people's attention and keep them engaged and keep them actually talking about the Borpa token naturally. But just remember, if you do want to purchase this, I know I sound hype, but please, please, please invest what you're willing to risk and only do what you're comfortable with. Don't let me pressure you into anything that makes you uncomfortable. This is me just sharing my crazy bids and stuff that I think, well, I know is going to propel me to become a millionaire. And if you listen to this and you for some reason ignored all my advice to get on that whitelist to make sure you have an easy time actually purchasing this token at launch to get that base price, then I heavily encourage that you just wait a couple minutes or hours for people to provide liquidity. That way you don't get absolutely slaughtered by initial volatility. So if you do want to be a liquidity provider, if you're interested in getting that 51% of the Borpa token that's allocated to liquidity miners, the supply distribution game is going to work like this. It's going to span over a 112-day period, and the reward curve is dynamic. It grows rapidly and it peaks on day 15 of the Borpa token launching. And then from day 15, it slowly and slowly and slowly decreases from there. There are going to be 9 whitelisted farming pairs that are applicable to this. Remember, if you are going to be in any of the whitelisted farming pairs, you are going to take that 5% deposit fee hit. Remember, it's going to exist on Blast, BNB Chain, Solana, Arbitrum, and Ethereum. And remember, these are only the initial pairs. The core team can whitelist new pools at any time, as well as change the multipliers on the pairs depending on where the volume is really going and where they need more liquidity. How the private and public sales work is going to be like this. So 24% of the total supply is going towards the private sale and the public sale. The private sale has already occurred. 10% of that 24% went towards the private sale. And people in the private sale got the tokens at a price of 0.00278 each. All right, they raised $278,000. Anybody who was in the private sale, you will get 33% of your tokens on launch day, and the rest you will get over the course of 3 weeks. If you are whitelisted or if you're just participating in the public launch in general, it's going to start at a price of 0.00562 each. Okay, so people in the private sale got in at a price that is 2 times less than the public sale. That's not bad at all. So 10% of the total supply will go to people who get whitelisted, which is why I say you really want to be here because that's where the majority of tokens are going to be. And then besides that, 4% of the total supply is going to go to the general public on launch at the price of 0.00562. I do estimate there's going to be a lot of demand for this token, which is why I insist you try to get on the whitelist if you are hearing this around the time that I'm releasing this video. The reason I insist you get on the whitelist is because it's not about who has the most money or reputation. It's about who's the most active and who's the most engaging in the community. Like I said, if you are interested, simply join the Discord, participate in the Zealy. I'll have links to the Zealy in the description as well, and then you will be good to go. Besides that, that is everything you need to know about the Borpa token. That is everything you need to know about the Borpa project as well as the Entangle team. I may do a deep dive into Entangle if the community is interested, but I heavily encourage you to look into this further for yourself if you are interested. But besides that, thank you so much for listening to the XRP podcast. Once again, I would like to thank my big supporters, Mark, Adam Shalicity, Jamie Postma, Chris Benich, Steve, Alex, David or Forever XRP, David, who's also known as XRP Arnie, Scott Warnick or Warneck, I really hope I didn't mess that up, Tim, Skyway2707, and ZKM2020. I appreciate you guys so much. I thank you for going out of your way to personally support the podcast. I really appreciate it. Besides that, I will have more episodes out for you soon. Please don't forget to check the description for all the links to the free airdrops, as well as links to Stake Sync and any other things that you need access to. Please don't forget the 888 giveaway is still on, and anybody can win 8 prizes of $100 USD simply by filling out the form in the description. Be well, be safe, take care. God bless you, my friends. Thank you.